This video will show you how to assemble our Love Van box card, which is an SVG file from Simply Crafty SVGs. Here are the pieces of the van card. So the white pieces are the card base, and we have a couple panels for the windows, the front and back, and the bumper. This is the middle of the card, and this is the front and back, so front and back. And we also have the color pieces in blue, or kind of like a, I think this is Pool, actually, the color is Pool from American Crafts textured cardstock. So we have two seats for the middle. This is the front, and then that little back, and this is the back. So this is the back. So because I don't have a lot of room for the sentiment, what I did is I created like a mini card in the back. So you can go ahead and put this in there and write a little message. So I'll show you that. I'm just gonna put that in there really quick to have it ready for when we get to that part. So that's what this is for. So if you wanted to type out something in advance, you could do like a print and cut or something like that. I like the personal touch on the messages if you use them at all. Some people recycle cards. And we have all these little pieces. So we have the pink parts, we have some tires, that kind of thing. So we're just going to get started. The best thing for us to do is to put some of these things together before. So let's go ahead and put together this middle part. So I'm going to put those aside for now. We're just going to line these up. So there's two pieces to the seats. So I'm going to kind of dump this, get these out. Some of these I pre-prepped with some not stickles, glitter glue. So there's the tires. So the pieces I'm getting right now are the seat pieces. So they're like this. And the rest's in here. So I just put them in there so I don't lose them. So you see the really teeny pieces, so I'll bring them out as I need them. So we'll put those aside. Okay, so we have these, and you could put them together to start with, or we'll just put them together as we go. So I'm going to add glue to this up here, and you can add it to this too. I'm doing it because I don't know how far down the glue is. Just going to line up both of these. They're both the same shape. If you need to pick them up to get them lined up. And then this little white piece just goes like this in the middle. Get that vintage feel of the vintage seats. And this was inspired by the VW vans. We had one growing up. We had one shortly. We went camping in it on a trip with my sisters and my brother. Okay, so that's all set. It's ready to go. So I'm going to put that aside. So we're going to piece together a couple things. Let's start with the front. So we'll need this, and I'm not going to put, actually I can put, we're going to put the lights on, so the lights will be like that. And one thing, I gave it kind of a gloss already, so you're going to notice these are kind of glossy, as I wanted them to dry. So what I used, I should have had it ready, was this Nuvo Crystal Drops. And it takes a while to dry. It wasn't the best. I didn't do the best, but I actually pre-prepped them, and then we're going to put them on. So it gives it a glossy look on the top. So let me go ahead and put that out of the way so it's not in our way here. So you want to take one of these, making sure the texture's side up. You could pop it up to these. So we're going to add the bumper. So this is the, oops, Actually, that's not the first one, so I made a mistake. Bloopers. We're going to go ahead and put this on first because this needs to be under the bumper. I did this last time too. I make these cards several times. So you can put glue on the back of this or do it this way. We're going to line this up. So if you want to make sure it's lined up, you can flip it up around. Just making sure this lines up with the edge there. Okay, now my blooper. I'm not even going to edit it. I'm going to put this over that. And then we'll go ahead and put these wheels together. Again, they have like a little glossy on them. I let it dry. I did it hours ago. I didn't get a good even level on it, so it's a little bit uneven. But it gets the same effect as like a glossy headlight. You could also use, if you don't mind getting the card a little bulky, but if you have to send it in the mail, you don't want it too bulky, but you could use little gems, stones. So I'm going to use this to place the pick-me-up tool to place these little teeny items here. So it has a little sticky at the end. So I also glaze these, so I just want to make sure I have the correct side. I'm just going to eyeball it and place it there. Oops, a little bit too much glue. And then we'll do the same on the other side. And another card I used little rhinestones for that. And you can do that on the back too for the lights. Now I'm going to bring this up. And you really can't put it on because of these. I could have done that lot last, but it's going to go right here. So we'll put that on later, but let's go ahead and put the tires on. You just dump them out. So all 4 tires are the same size. So just get those lined up there. Move out of the way so I can make sure that it's lined up. This is a very specifically engineered size card, so it flattens to fit into an A2 envelope. You don't want too much off. I gave it a little leeway just in case. Gave it a little bit more space. It's a little bit smaller than that, but just in case you have things that don't line up right, you want it to fit in the card still. The envelope, I should say. And the same thing, you can do those on the back. So there's a lot of things we can do before we fold the card. So we're going to start going ahead and putting it together. So let's take these panels, and you just have to figure out which way they go, but these will fit right there. So I have it pre-folded to help me place everything. So make sure that you fold it to put this on. So we're going to put these on. So it gives that color on the sides as well. And you could fold it if you really want to know where it folds. Make sure you get it on the correct way. I just had it on the opposite way, and it won't fit the other way. Not well, at least. So we can go ahead and put these on. I'll do this last. This is for the back, so I'm going to do this last. But I'm going to put this on. So this fits right here. So we're going to go ahead and line this panel up, and it gives it a little dimension. And it gives it like the seams that you would see at the top of a van. The best way to line it up is going to be reaching in, making sure you wiggle it in place. And we can do the same for the back. So you want to get glue on this because that gives this placement exactly where it goes. Again, just lining it up with the opening. It's coming along. Got little extra glue fragments on my fingertips, getting it off the project. So we're going to go ahead and fold it. So we'll put the rest of it on after, but we need to put this in there. So I'm going to move those up a little bit. So we're going to flip this upside down. This is the front because of the two windows. And this is going to go inside. So these tabs show you how far it should be from the back. So you're going to fold them back, and it's upside down because we want it to be like that. So we're going to add glue to the left one. Remember, it's upside down when we're looking at it this way. And I'm going to glue right, this edge should go a little bit to the right of this fold. And I want to line it up on the bottom. And the reason I'm doing that is so the wheels, they line up. So as you go, they're about the same height. So we want to kind of line it up with this bottom edge right here. And this could go even further back there, but not necessary. So now once you have it there, it's going to fold over like that. And right here, keep that flat. Get some glue on it. And I'm just going to take a gander at it, make sure it goes flat. I want this to line up at the bottom edge of this right here. Right here. So we can get these wheels in line as much as possible. Once we get it flat this way, this is going to be the way we want to keep it folded. It will fold the best the way that we initially fold it. We're going to fold this backwards, that fold inwards, and then carefully place this over. And this edge should match right here in this little, right above the bumper edge here. So now that's going to come up open like this. So you might want to do it really quick to make sure that you have nothing getting stuck. We'll go ahead and add this here. So it's just going to line up like this. So you want to line it up at the bumper. So we can go ahead and add glue right here. You don't want to add glue to the back of the round mirrors, just the back of this blue section. So I'm just going to go ahead and start lining it up on the left using the bumper as a guide. And then we'll add this. I put a little glitter glue on it already, so it's not, you could use glitter paper, but I just did glitter glue and let it dry. And we'll just place it right here. Really, you could use this card for any time. If you don't want to put a heart, you could put something else for another occasion. Maybe like a little birthday cake or something. That'd be fun for a birthday card. and still keeping it folded. I'm going to go to the other side. And so this is the little card that goes on the back. So we're going to line it up where the bumper is, like right there, bottom, and glue it on like that so it opens up to write something. So we need to put the bumper here, so all the back part pieces will go there. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm just making sure I put glue on the right side with the white insert in there. You can put the white insert later too, if you don't want to put anything. If you have light enough paper, you can just write in there. So it should line up right to that edge up there. It's a little bit off. And then we'll go ahead and place the bumper. So we have a back to it. I could have kept it without anything on the back, but I just like the back of it. I like what it looks like on the back, so I had to have something. So in the file too, there's an alternate. If you don't want this little flippy up thing, there's just a flat piece that's this piece that you can put on if you would prefer not to have this. So just look in the extra stuff folder and you'll find it. So this lines up. You can see I put a little glitter glue there. So I'm going to add glue to the back of this, put them together. Have the little kind of the back. I think that the back was like on the VWs at least. I think that's where the motor was. At least on the bugs it was. I had a VW bug. But our family had quite a few VWs in the day. So I'm going to go ahead and just center this towards the top. So there's also a little license plate thing that you can do to write something on. I just don't have it cut out. But that's up to you whether you want to include it. But here's some lights. Again, you don't have to include it. You could always put a message there. But I'm going to add them. Again, I put the clear Nuvo drops on these. It's just a fun little card. And then the license plate, you could write a sentiment with a pen, like with a machine, or you could do a print and cut. So there's a little blank license plate that you can utilize for that. So here it is finished. Make sure I didn't glue it shut. So there's the card. So it sits up, so it's kind of a fun thing to sit up. It'll sit like that. And then around the edges, like that. And then on the back, you can put a little sentiment in there. So I hope you like this card. It was one that I've been meaning to make for quite a while. I sketched this out over a year ago. I just never made it. So it's going to be one of my new favorite cards to make. I hope you like it too. I thank you all so much for watching.